Hi Year 2. Welcome to Tuesday of Term 3, Week 7. Our writing today is based on the work that we did yesterday. We're writing an informative text. Now, my informative text goes along with Aussie Rules Football because that's what I'm interested in. But your writing is obviously going to be different, and it's based on the pages 11 and 12 in your workbook. So, we are learning to use a variety of strategies to engage the reader. You've got to engage the reader. You've got to make sure that the reader is interested in what you're writing. Our success criteria is going to help us do that. So we had a plan because we wrote that yesterday with Mrs. Camilleri. And today, making sure that we're using different types of sentences and again, using our interesting words, just like we always do with our writing. And of course, reading and rereading and editing, going back and fixing up our writing, making sure it makes sense. So to show you what I did yesterday, so this is my plan. I had 3 ideas to talk about the game, how points are scored, and some basic rules of the game. So what do I need to do next? Well, I need to write more about each idea. I've got my ideas, but I need to tell you more about them. And of course, at the end, I need to bring it all together and write a summary. So how providing different examples. Here's an example. So I'm taking each part, my first part, my second idea, and my third idea, and I'm going to show you some things. I've highlighted different things in different colors, and I'm going to tell you about them. So let me read to you just my first sentence that is in yellow. Australian rules football, AFL, is a game played over 4 quarters of 30 minutes each quarter. Now, I've written this sentence and I highlighted it in yellow because it's my introductory sentence. It explains what I need to tell you about AFL. We skip along a little bit and we read my sentence that is highlighted in green. The ball is oval in shape, similar to a rugby ball, but with rounded ends. Now, this is where I used a different type of sentence. It's not a short sentence or a long sentence, it's what's called a complex sentence because I've used a comma in the middle. You might want to use compound sentences with joining them with and or but. You know all the compound sentences and the joins because we've done them in class. Now, the bits that I've highlighted in purple, they're my interesting words. Words like quarter and possession. These are technical words and words that we use to help make our writing more interesting. So let's look at my second part. Here in my second idea, again, I've highlighted in green a sentence that I think is an interesting sentence. And again, I've written a complex sentence, but you could write compound or simple sentences as well. And in purple, again, I've got some technical language. This is where I've written called a behind. And this is a technical word that we use in AFL to mean where you score 1 point. So I'll read that sentence. A kick between the tall posts is worth 6 points, and a kick between a tall post and a short post, called a behind, is worth 1 point. So you can see how I've explained my technical language. And in my third one, in here, I've just shown you some technical words that I've used. The object of the game, the word handball, and the word maneuver. Now, these are pretty hard words for you, but they're okay for me. So let's have a look at my success criteria. I've planned my writing. I've used lots of simple and compound sentences. I've used interesting words. I've gone back and reread and edited my work, and it all makes sense. Now I've got all my ideas and I've written lots and lots and lots about AFL, but I haven't written everything I know about AFL. But I've highlighted here for you, again, my yellow and my green to show you the different sentences. I've used paragraphs, I've used commas, I've used full stops. I haven't used any apostrophes in this page, and I haven't used, for example, any speeches by anybody. Again, here on this page, on my second page, I've shown you how I've used the different fonts to show you my paragraphs. Notice in the second paragraph over here, I've got the word handballed by making a clenched fist with a punching the ball with a snail part of the fist in a swinging motion. So there's some really great technical language, okay? And so how do I finish my writing? Well, this is my end to my writing. you would obviously do your end to your writing about your idea. AFL is a fast-moving game of two teams of 22 players with 18 on the field from each team at any one time. Traditionally, having its origins in Victoria, teams can now be found throughout all of Australia. New South Wales has two major teams, the Sydney Swans and Greater Western Sydney, called the Giants. There are many minor local teams for players of all ages and abilities that provide great fun, fitness and friendship for everyone. And again, look at all the punctuation I've used. I've used great commas here, I've used full stops, obviously I've used capital letters for my proper nouns. So there's lots and lots that you can do that I know that you can do as well. So we're writing an informative text. We've used a variety of strategies, simple compound sentences, planned our writing, used our interesting words. I've reread it. So what's next? Well, now it's your turn to write. So you follow the model that I've shown you, plan your ideas, expand on your ideas and write them down. Reread each paragraph as you finished it. Ask yourself, does it make sense? We're at the end of our little video. Happy writing.